A lot of club music, so it's really worth taking a turn there. And I'm very excited to speak to a great DJ. He'll be performing on Friday night, Dino Moran. Now, I need not introduce him. He's just such a great guy, a true globe trotter. He has headlined clubs and festivals in 38 countries. Yes. Dino, welcome to AFM.
Hey, Hannah, thanks. It's really good to be with you guys.
I told you on the phone you have a great voice. I think you should be a presenter here.
I tell you what, I'm looking for a new radio station. I mean, I did quite a few years on radio, and I've actually missed it. I think it's probably the purest form of communication, especially an opportunity to play people music. It's
no,
brilliant.
it is, hey. It is, definitely. Listen, tell us a bit. You've played in 38 countries. What are some of the highlights? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure, it's always a hard one. People always ask the question. It's so funny because sometimes 10 people, like just special moments with friends, are as powerful as like 38,000 people at Boy George in Johannesburg, or like Sydney Harbour New Year's Eve with the fireworks going over the bridge and playing on Sydney Harbour Bridge. Or there've been a lot of things. Nelson Mandela's birthday party and Christmas party, that stands out. I played with Skunk and Nancy at that.
Wow,
and Johnny Clegg. It was amazing, eclectic mix. Johnny Clegg, Skunk and Nancy and myself. And things, really, there've been so many highlights. It's really hard to isolate which ones are the best, you know?
You're a deep guy, hey, Dino?
Yeah, maybe so. I feel these things.
So how did you make it as a DJ? I'm sure there's a lot of DJs listening. How do you make it?
I didn't. I kind of was part of the process that created the industry. So before there were DJs, we were tinkering around with toys with this idea of this electronic music that we'd heard, and someone said, well, if you pitch it up and down because it hits at an exact tempo, we'll be able to mix it together. And we all kind of learnt and developed it from the earliest days. So, yeah, it's kind of different to today where you've kind of got to promote yourself like mad. And there were very few of us, and we developed the industry. And yeah, I was quite lucky to have been around for the most amazing times. I mean, 20 years, it's been... Wow, I mean, I look at my resume and I honestly can't believe it was me. I'm like, wow, did that all happen?
Wow.
It really did.
Yeah, have you been DJing for how long?
About 22 years. It's hard to gauge as well, because at school I had like tape decks and old hi-fi turntables. I traded a windsurfer when I was about 15 for a disco mobile rig, you know, which was nothing like the DJing. So I count back from the day that I started beat mixing, you know, and the first time I got any money from it. But yeah, pretty much my whole life, I guess anything after the age of 14, I've been playing people music.
So, yeah, you're a passionate DJ. I suppose something's just happened to you. Something's just fall on your lap if you're passionate about it, definitely. So,
I think if you put energy into
yeah.
things, they'll just keep going, you know?
No, exactly. And so I see Alicia Keys personally invited you to perform with her at the Live Board London. What's she like? Tell us a bit.
You know, it's really funny. I'd like to tell you that I know all about her, and we hung out a lot. Other than the email correspondence, which at first I didn't believe at all. I was like, yeah, right, someone's having me on. It was like, Miss Alicia Keys, blah, 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 we'd like to invite you. And I was like, sure, that's not real. And it turned out to be real. But on the night, I got to spend more time with Swiss Beat, her then fiancé, now husband, because when we were on stage together, so there wasn't much time for chat and banter because we were performing live in front of an audience.
Wow.
And then I continued when she went down to talk to the people and whatever, and I actually never got to meet her in person, which is quite strange, really.
But I love her voice. Absolutely stunning.
And her ability to play, and a musician, she's amazing.
So are you performing on Friday?
Yes, I'm really excited about it.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes, we'll definitely try and make a turn there. But what kind of music can we expect from you?
I'm playing a 5-hour set, and the reason for it is so that I can really go across the board and play an eclectic selection. In the 22 years, I've really delved into a lot of things, from progressive to techno to Afro, Latin, some funk and disco and all kinds of things. Mostly it's all modern and sort of, you'd call it house, I guess. But I don't really do electro, and I don't really do commercial. I do, as you say, I'm quite deep, so I like to layer music so it takes people on a journey. So I'm going to start quite early. My friend Vincent Beanie is going to play for the first hour before me, and he's a spectacular deep house DJ. He's playing for the VIPs beforehand from like 9 o'clock. And then from like 10 o'clock onwards, yeah, basically I'm going to go with the flow. The truth is, of everything I learned in 20 years, is it's really to try and read the crowd and be there in the moment with them and to capture that moment and interpret it musically. And then, you know, sort of elevate where, you know, if we're all here now, how can I subtly and together, how do we make more of the night? How do we build that energy? So I don't really know. I know that I'm just going through all my folders and just isolating tracks that I'd like to play, but it's really always up to the crowd, really. And the 5-hour set I really enjoy because it's going to let me really play a lot of what I love. I'm also bringing a prototype SD sound system with me. My friend Christian, my friend Christian builds custom sound rigs for people like Red Bull and whatever, and is probably one of the world's leading minds when it comes to audio sound systems for clubs and things like that. And he's just finished a new prototype, which we're actually going to bring with us and set up. So the sound's going to be, I think it's all important.
Be rocking.
Yeah, it's going to be really rocking.
So where will you be performing?
I'm playing at Star Bar in Somerset West on Friday night, and I'll probably get on the decks at about 10 o'clock and play until the last person leaves, you know. And I'm very excited about it because Somerset West is somewhere I've never played before, and the response that we're getting online, and there are tickets for sale on the Star Bar website and whatever, and the kind of response we're getting, the ticket sales and everything are showing that people are excited by something different coming to town. And for me, I'm excited because it's a different town. It's a crowd of people. Well, at first I thought I'd be playing to new people and different people, but I've also been quite surprised at how many friends of mine actually live in the area. And I was like, yeah, of course. So I've had such a great response. I think it's going to be a magical night. At
Star Bar and at 10 o'clock, right? We can expect you there.
Well, I'll be there from much earlier, actually. I'm going to hang out and chat to people. I've got a lot of friends coming down, so it's always nice to socialize. Vincent's going to play before so that I can hang out and just chat to people and, you know, get in the vibe, and then I'll jump on at about 10, but I'll probably be there. In fact, because we're rigging up the sound system, I'll be there from 8, tweaking and fine-tuning the rig, because it's all important, you know, magical audio, sound that's pure and clean and very powerful can change the whole experience, you know.
You're very expressive, yeah. That's really great. Listen, Dino, we've run out of time, unfortunately. So it was really great chatting to you. AFM, really, thank you. I mean, it's just great to chat to one of the biggest DJs in the world that's played with David Guetta and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us here on AFM.
Well, totally. I hope to see you guys all there on Friday night. As I said, I'm really genuinely looking forward to it. I think special occasions are made by special people, and if everyone comes down with the right energy, we'll have a night to remember.
Great stuff.
Cool,
at Star Bar, I'll check you out.
Nice one, Star Bar Friday.
Yes, that's right. Thanks, Dino.
Brilliant. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was Dino Moran that just chatted to AFM. Really, really excited about that. And